In this video we will explore what is meant by the term ethics. Ethics, our system of making moral decisions, is one means of distinguishing human beings from other animals. What does it mean to be a good person? We make choices, and we have the ability to think about those choices before we make them. We may sometimes act on instinct, but we also deliberate before we make decisions. Ethics is divided broadly into two strands: ethical theory and practical ethics, also called applied ethics. Beyond this, we can study the origins and nature of moral judgment, or meta-ethics. We will study a range of ethical perspectives, from Plato in ancient Greece to the modern day. Have you ever felt guilty? Was it because you made a bad decision? What made that decision bad? Ethics is a system of morality which is used to inform moral decisions, that is, decisions about right and wrong. It concerns the good of an individual and the good of society. When we make a decision, we may feel guilt if we have done wrong. Sometimes we take risks because of what we believe is right. Sometimes we disagree passionately about how we should live. The word ethics comes from the Greek word ethikos, which means character. It can also mean customs, usage, or habits. It is the customary way to behave in society. The word morality comes from a Latin word, moralis, concerning actions that are right and wrong. Today, the terms ethics and morality are used interchangeably. There are many big ethical questions of interest to those studying ethics. Think about these questions. If I do a good thing for a bad reason, does it matter? Is it sometimes right to do a bad thing for a good outcome? Is what's wrong for you necessarily wrong for me? Some of these big questions also relate to religion, such as, are we free to make moral choices? And can we have morals without religion? Some of these questions relate to our personal relationships and identity, such as, should I help my father before I help a stranger? And, is ethics a special kind of knowledge, or are moral views just personal feelings? Studying ethics requires us to critically examine our own views on morality, and take into consideration a range of different views. You will be challenged by what you learn to reevaluate your own views, and you may even change your mind. There are two main branches of ethical study: ethical theory and applied ethics. All moral dilemmas are examples of applied ethics because they relate to particular situations. That does not mean that it is easy to come up with a decision on what is right or wrong, and what feels right to you might feel wrong to someone else. Although some people believe we should trust our gut feelings, our instincts, others insist that it is important that we learn to justify the reasons for our feelings. The situations cover a range of scenarios, from the serious to the trivial. Consider these examples of applied ethics, in the form of moral dilemmas. Your mother comes home extremely happy with her purchase of an expensive new dress for your graduation dinner. You think she looks hideous. She asks for your opinion. Do you tell the truth? Another example. You witness a car crash. The wreckage is burning, but you may have time to rescue one of the passengers. You realize that one of the passengers is your father, and another is a famous cancer specialist you have just seen on TV celebrating a breakthrough in her research. Who do you try to save? The term ethics comes from ethikos, a Greek word meaning character. Ethics is a branch of philosophy concerned with morality. Ethical theory explores philosophical systems for making moral decisions or analyzing moral statements. Practical or applied ethics concerns debating specific dilemmas or situations. When we use the word good, sometimes we mean it in a moral sense, and sometimes we don't.